Hello and welcome to Auspol Explained. I'm your long curly haired host David, and today I'm going to talk to you about pencils, of all things. Australians are pretty familiar with pencils, at least I sure hope you are. They're not just for IKEA visits, they're also for using at elections. Every election you're provided with a little pencil to vote with, but why do we have that? And are we allowed to use something else, like, a pen? Well, the simple reason as to why we are provided pencils is they're reliable. They can be stored indefinitely, they don't run out of ink, and they don't smudge in tropical areas. So it's overall just cheaper and easier to supply millions of people with pencils. That's it. As for using something else, well, yes, you're allowed to bring your own pen if you like. The law is that you must mark your ballot clearly. It doesn't say what you need to mark your ballot with. I do need to stress, it needs to be clear what you've marked for it to be formal. So don't use lipstick, okay? That'll smudge. Don't use something light like a highlighter. That'll be hard to read and can't be scanned by a machine. Don't use blood. That's a biological hazard, and a very real human being does have to handle your ballot. Like, icky. Ew. Gross. I don't know why I have to tell people don't do that. To be fair, I don't know if anyone's ever done that, but people have told me in the comments, blood? Don't? Yeah, use your common sense. There aren't many different things that you can use to write numbers on paper, so pencil and pen are really the two main categories for what you should be considering. I suppose if you really want, you can dress up in Victorian garb and bring your own little feather quill and ink pot, but again, make sure it doesn't smudge. So I guess you have to wait there blowing on your paper until it's absolutely dry. If that's the kind of silly LARP-esque kind of thing that you want to do, again, make sure that your vote is formal, and everything else, go for it. But hey, wait, what about ballot tampering? Pencil can be erased, says the conspiracy theorist in the comments section, even before they've gotten to this part of the episode that explains why ballot tampering isn't a thing in Australia. There's a lot of security for the transport and handling of ballots. Obviously. Ballot boxes are locked, they have numbered security seals, the boxes are never left alone with one person, supervisors have police checks, they're not legally allowed to open a ballot box before a certain point in time, there are tons of scrutineers and several people at any given point in time to examine and witness what happens during the transportation and count of those ballots. There's also a mandatory second count of ballots to ensure there is no inconsistency. There's scanning, data entry, and human verification of Senate preferences. There is simply not a point in time where someone can just grab a ballot, rub it out, change it, and put it back without someone noticing, let alone doing that 1,000 times to maybe influence the outcome of one seat. All ballots are stored afterwards in case the election is challenged in the courts and a recount is required. Australian elections are legitimate and secure exercises, you can rest assured in that, and if you still feel a little insecure, you can put your mind at ease by just bringing a pen. Go for it. And hey, it might actually help reduce the AEC's costs if they have some leftover pencils that they can use for the next election. So yeah, it's fine. You can use a pen, you can use a pencil, whatever you do, just make sure that your ballot is formal and your preferences are clearly marked. If you have any other questions about voting or elections and how it all runs and works, go to the official source of information, the Australian Electoral Commission's website, aec.gov.au. They're your friend, they're really helpful, have fun! Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share, subscribe, comment down below your favourite kind of pencil to chew on, or something else, I guess. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon. I'll see you at the polls.